Hi, I'm Christina Morgan, and welcome to the West, a Narrative History, Chapter 4, the Hellenic Era. This is part 3 of a 5-part series. In part 1, we looked at the effects of the Persian Wars. In part 2, we talked about the Peloponnesian War. And now we're going to talk about the intellectual and artistic life that was going on while there was war going around all around the Athenians. So during the war, you would think that maybe artistic life and intellectual life would suffer during this whole time period. But during all this tumultuous time, the Greeks are able to create intellectual, philosophical, artistic, and literary monuments that make them the most influential in Western civilization. So it wasn't a dead period in artistic life, it's actually a flourishing period. Philosophers turn to rational explanations of the universe. They try to make the world around them understandable. They observe what they see and use logic rather than belief. They try to think through things and figure out why things are what they are. There are a lot of lyric poets and philosophers that come from this time. There's the science of metaphysics, which is the search for universal principles of existence. Monist and pluralist explanations for changing the universe. So there's a lot of thinking going on during this time, and you can look in your book for more detailed explanations of what all those are about. This is a list of the intellectuals and artists during this time, and you can see them here, like Pythagoras, the Pythagorean theorem. So if you're a math fan, you can thank him for that. Here's some more of those guys. Okay. So medicine, history, and pre-Socratic philosophy. Scientific explanations based on mathematics, speculation, and reason were important, but there was some progress made in medicine as well. We have Hippocrates, who is making some advances in medicine, and it's where we get the current Hippocratic Oath, which is the oath that doctors take, which kind of the punchline is do no harm. Okay. Historia, or inquiry, as a type of writing, what we call history, was created by Herodotus and adapted by Thucydides. And this was a break in tradition of writing in prose. So we get this idea of chronicling what's happening, or the idea of recording what's happening, as opposed to writing prose during this time. They also begin to analyze thought, to think about what you're thinking, work out mechanics of logic, explore emotions, and ask themselves, what is truth? These are things that you and I maybe take for granted because we've grown up with these ideas of things, but someone had to do it first, and the Greeks are the ones that first started puzzling these things through. The pre-Socratic philosophers, they turn to what we call relativistic, meaning things, there's no absolute explanations. Absolute would mean it's final, it's 100%. And relativistic means, well, this may be true if this is true, okay? They focused on the natural world, what they could see and touch around them. Sophists ask, what is right in the world is what they said, what is right in a world in which an individual perceptions individual perspective shapes the perceptions of truth. So what is right for you may not be the same as what is right for me, because we don't see things the same way. They taught public speaking and persuasion. So I can convince you of my side, because, if you see things the way I see things, then we'll see what is right the same way. So this is kind of the sophist philosophy. This is the ideal of humanity that Greeks saw. Okay. And that's the end of part 2. In part 3, we're going to talk about, that's the end of part 3. In part 4, we're going to talk about Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, who are the greatest thinkers of, as far as rhetoric, or not rhetoric, but as far as some of the influential and some of our thought processes in the modern world. So hope to see you in part 4.